Okay, so today we're going to talk about perimeter, area, and volume. So for perimeter, some keywords that you'll see in a word problem is perimeter, fencing, around, trim, edge, or border. So you see any of these words, these are a clue to you that you are probably looking at a perimeter problem. For area, you'll see area, cover, inside, carpet. These are words that indicate to you that you are probably looking at area. And for volume, you'll see a word such as volume, fill, cube. So these are words that you know mean volume. Okay, so let's look at our we do for the day. So we're going to start with the perimeter problem. It says Daniel placed 20 feet of trim around the window shown below. If the window is 6 feet tall, how wide is it? So we know we're looking for the width of this window. Now the shape of the window is a rectangle, so you know that you're going to use the formula for perimeter of a rectangle. So perimeter is the distance around. So you're going to take your length and width and multiply that by 2. So you got 2 times your length plus 2 times your width. We know the length of our window. So we're going to go ahead and put 2 times 6 plus 2 times W. Okay? And since our width is 6, I'm going to go ahead and multiply that by 2. So that's 12. Because this side is 6 and this side is 6. So that is telling me that right now, the measurement that I know is 12. So I'm left with finding the distance here and here. Okay. Now they told us here that it's 20 feet of trim, trim being a keyword. So that means that my perimeter is 20. And this is 12 plus 2 times W. So I know that I already have 12. So I'm going to go ahead and take that, subtract that 12 from the 20, and I'm left with 8. So this is 2 times W is equal to 8. So in order for me to find one side, since they're the same, I know that I can take that 8 and divide that by 2. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. So the width in this case is 4 feet. And I can check all this by adding them. 6 plus 4 is 10, plus 6, that's 16, plus 4 more, that's 20. So in this case, my answer would be 4 feet. All right, let's look at our next problem. So the next problem says, Susanna built a fence to make a dog yard as shown. What is the total area of the dog yard in square yards? Okay, now I know this is not a common shape. This is more of what we call a composite shape or an irregular shape. So in this case, I'm going to break this up into various shapes. And in 5th grade, I know the area of a square and the area of a rectangle. So I'm going to go ahead and break this up into rectangle or rectangles and squares. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and take that. And now I have 2 rectangles. So in order for me to find the area of one of them, I need to find the length and the width, because remember, area is length times width. This here also tells me this is area is length times width. Okay, so let's go ahead and count for our length. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So in this case, this is 8 yards. Okay, let's count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So this is 11 yards. Okay. Now for me to find the area of this square, I'm going to go ahead and take those 2 values and multiply. So the area is 11 times 8. So 11 times 8 is 88. So in this case, the area of this shape here is 88 yards. Now I have one more piece over here, so I need to go ahead and find the area of that shape as well. So I'm going to go ahead and count my squares. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So this here is 4 yards. Now for this side here, I don't have the squares there, so I know that this piece here is the same as the piece down here at the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and break that up into 3 because I see 1, 2, 3. I see 1, 2, 3 here and 1, 2, 3 here. So this is 3 yards. So I'm going to go ahead and take that and find the formula for that. So my formula is length times width. Go and take in those numbers and substitute 4 times 3. So when I multiply, I get 4 times 3, I get what? 12. So 12 yards. So I'm looking for the total area. So I'm going to take these two values and go ahead and add those up. So we have 88 plus 12. Okay, in my ones place I have 10, carry my 1, that's plus 1. So 8 plus 1 plus 1 is 10. So I know here this is 10. So here my total is 100 yards squared. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to our next problem. So the next problem says a desk is 1 5/10 feet wide and 5 feet long. It is 3 feet above the floor. What expression could I use to determine the volume of space under the desk? So I'm looking for my keywords here. I see volume. I see that it's 1 5/10 feet wide, 5 feet long, and 3 feet above. I'm going to go ahead and label. So I have 1 5 feet wide. So this goes here, 1 5 feet wide. Okay, 5 feet long, 5 feet long, and then 3 feet above the floor. So this here is my 3 feet. Now this question says what expression? So remember, an expression is a number sentence with numbers and symbols. So in this case, all I'm being asked to do is to actually find the expression. I'm not asked to solve the problem. So I'm going to go ahead and write my formula for volume. Remember, formula for the volume of a shape is area of the base times the height. Okay, so I'm going to take that area of the base. So this is my base here. Okay, and so for my base, I have 1 5/10 feet and 5 feet. So remember, that is a rectangle. So in this case, it's going to be length times width. And I'm going to bring down my height here. So I have 1 5/10 feet times 5 times my height here. Here's my height. It's 3. So in this case, this is my expression. Okay. Volume equals 1 5/10 times 5 times 3.